Hi everyone, it's Michelle. Thank you so much for stopping by today, guys, and spending just a little bit of your time with me. You know I appreciate it. Today I've got such an assortment to show you. There's, well, it's a mixed bag actually. So what it is, it's bits and pieces that I've bought online over the last 6 months or so. Some of them are winners and I'm going to style those up for you. And some of them I give a thumbs down to. They didn't cut the mustard. They're fails. So I'll show you my few thumbs down, my fails, and I won't be styling those up. So how do you like my new Nirvana t-shirt? I bought this and I did wonder, am I too old now to wear a Nirvana t-shirt? When I first heard them and I first heard that song, Smells Like Teen Spirit, I thought, wow, rock is back. Rock is back with a vengeance, and this almost seems like Led Zeppelin's comeback. I just thought they're an incredible rock band, and I couldn't believe, I had to have a look to see how long it is since Kurt Cobain was around, and he left us in 1994. Kurt Cobain was born in 1967, you do the math, but he wouldn't be that young anymore. Since my channel's about breaking rules and going with what you like and doing your own thing and being creative, I think that I'm not too old for a Nirvana t-shirt. I actually really like this t-shirt. So I'll start off showing you my few fails, or my thumbs down as I call them, and these are one. Really like them so much, but they're just way too big for me. They're almost a size and a half too big. It's such a shame. I don't know what to do because I really like them. I didn't spend a lot of money on them. They're about $15. Yeah, they're a fail, but I do like them, but they're so big on me. These aren't really a fail except for the size. Once again, they're about half the size, almost a full size too big. They weren't very much, of course. They're about $13, $14, but a little bit too big, and they're really comfy. I will get some use out of them. I'll be able to wear them 3 or 4 times, but eventually my foot's going to slide forward and go right over the front. They'll stretch. This will stretch easily, I know it will. This cardigan, I was really devastated when it arrived online. This was a fitted cardi. It was like a 1950s vintage, and I think a few of you know I'm really fond of my vintage look, my 40s and my 50s vintage look. Online, this was fitted. It was just past the waist, and it was nicely fitted, and I thought, wow, that could look so stylish. So when I got it, when it arrived, I tried it on. I knew it was too big straight away. It's the most terrible length, probably about the worst length for a petite woman, because it's hitting in my widest area, and it kind of looks really drab, even a little bit matronly. I can't wear this length. I don't think anybody petite should wear this length. And it really does look quite drab. It's nothing like it looked online. Look, there's one word that I keep wanting to say that Australians and New Zealanders use all the time. The word is daggy and dag. And for those who don't know that word, you're probably thinking, what on God's earth is she talking about? It covers so much. This is daggy. That was daggy. I don't know how to explain daggy, but we use it all the time. I guess the meaning is daggy is dull, drab, a bit old-fashioned, not happening, not hip, not cool. It's daggy, and it actually can be used as a term of endearment too. You can say to somebody in a joking, sweet way, you're a bit of a dag, or you're such a dag, and that can be a term of endearment, believe it or not. Or else you can say it in a bit of a sarcastic way. You could say, oh, yeah, but he's just a dag anyway. Quite often I just want to say, it's daggy. It looks daggy. I feel like a dag. Okay, moving on. What else have I got that's a fail? Oh, this is something really interesting, I think, because I've never bought one online before, and it's such a huge fail on me. So here we have it. I bought myself a cheap wig online. Had really good reviews, and they actually said that the roots were not dark. They look it online, but they're not. Well, I don't know what they were thinking, because it does have dark roots, really dark roots. And I am one of those people I just don't suit any other hair color but blonde. I have never tried to be a brunette, but I've accidentally been a brunette by hairdressers messing up my color and making me a light brown, mousy brown, all sorts of strange colors. Because I look so washed out when I go darker. I look really pale and really washed out. So I thought I'd buy this, and I was hoping that it wasn't dark on the roots, but that seems to be such a trend at the moment. So many of these wigs had the dark roots. The regrowth, I guess. Regrowth must be in at the moment, I don't know. But anyway, I'll just put it on for you best I can, and you're going to see I just look dreadful. And the bangs don't suit me, or the fringe as we call it. They don't suit me either. Okay, so I don't even know if I've got it on. Bear with me, I am not a wig wearer. I'm not experienced with wigs at all. I've never bought wigs except some really super cheap ones just for fancy dress. Now, isn't that just horrible, the dark hair on me? This fringe, I just want to chop it right off. It's such a fail. Yeah, I'd have to tuck my hair back somewhere. Had that have been all blonde, because I wanted a bob, I wanted a straight bob. I would love to be able to wear my hair in a straight bob. It's never going to happen. I just don't have that kind of hair. It has no weight to it. I'd love a swinging bob. I just love them. So that's me with the dark at the top. Oh, I hate myself with dark hair. Now, the irony of this bob was I put it on my daughter Sarita, and she looked like $1,000,000. I was so jealous. She looked gorgeous because she has brunette hair, and she can wear her hair blonde or brunette, but she's naturally a brunette, mid brunette, and gorgeous color with lots of warm highlights in it. She's not blonde like me. Oddly enough, she was blonde until she was about 3. She was a warm blonde. She was my color, and then by the time she went to school, she was a brunette. She changed hair color, so she can wear her hair any color blonde except white blonde. She doesn't look good as a white blonde. It washes her out too much. The whole thing about whether you can wear your hair another color got me thinking about all the celebrities that are completely famous, and we know them as having a particular hair color, but it's not their natural hair color. So I actually made a list, and honestly the list would be really long, but I've made a short list. Now, the first one that comes to mind that all of us know, of course, is Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn, as Norma Jean, obviously we all know, she was a brunette, and she was gorgeous as a brunette. She looked beautiful as a brunette, but she looked like she was a total knockout and a stunner as a blonde. Did anybody make blonde more famous than Marilyn? Would she ever have been so famous without that platinum hair? I doubt it. Another woman that I've always been quite intrigued with when I found out that she's in a natural blonde is Jerry Hall. Jerry Hall is a brunette. Hard to believe, isn't it? Because she was known most of her life for her long blonde locks. She's a twin, and yeah, well, they're brunettes. So there's somebody that is so famous for being a blonde, but she's a brunette. Here, there's Madonna. Yeah, remember when Madonna had dark hair when she first hit the scenes? Because she's Italian, she's got dark hair. Not that Italians can't have dark hair, but she's got the dark eyebrows. I don't know, what do you think? Is she better as a blonde? She stayed a blonde. She seems to prefer it. Now, Amy Adams and Emma Stone, two younger actresses that are both fantastic, we know them as redheads, and I thought they were famous because of their red hair, and really in some ways it did make them famous because they're both blondes. They're not redheads at all, but it's really hard to think of them as anything else but a redhead these days, and they say it really helped their career when they changed their hair color from blonde. Usually going blonde helps you. Now, Jennifer Aniston, well, going blonde or a very dark blonde helped her because she's actually quite a dark brunette, Jennifer Aniston. She's not a blonde in any shape or form. And we've got Tyra Banks and Beyonce. They're not blondes. They're not light. They're not that color. They got dark brown hair or brunettes. Scarlett Johansson, she was a much darker blonde. We know her as being a blonde, very fair with the big blue eyes, but she's actually a very dark blonde. She's not a brunette, but she's not a blonde like she really looks on screen. Britney Spears. Hard to imagine, but Britney's not a blonde. Julia Roberts is much darker than what we see her in most of her movies. She's got much darker hair. We see her almost as a redhead sometimes. J-Lo. Sorry, nothing blonde about J-Lo. She's got dark brunette. And Lady Gaga the same. Very dark hair actually. And there's one that's controversial. It's Nicole Kidman. People believe that she is definitely a redhead. And I have heard Nicole Kidman say time and time again that she's a blonde. I don't know. I've seen early photos of her, and we saw her on TV in Australia when she was really young, and she looked like a redhead to me. She dyes her hair blonde a great deal. In many of her movies, she's blonde. Well, she's all colors. She's often redhead, she's been a brunette, and she's often a blonde. But she insists that she's really a blonde, not a redhead. Controversial, that one. I prefer her with red hair. I'm really interested to know how many of you that still color your hair or used to color your hair, did you stay close to your true color? Your original color, or did you wear your hair completely different? Did you wear your hair from a brunette, say, to a blonde? So leave me comments. I'm very interested to know. Do you wear your hair now as your original color or close to your original color? Do you wear it darker? Do you wear it lighter? Which way do you prefer your hair? This gorgeous bag is not mine. It's Sarita's. It's my daughter's, and I love it so much. I thought I might buy one similar myself. They have them in different shapes and different colors. This one's tan and black together, but they also had with red and black, which looked really dynamic. Now she tells me that this is a Louis Vuitton knockoff. That's what Sarita's telling me. I don't know, because I don't know my designer bags. I'm not a designer bag lady. It is a really cool bag. Love it. Gorgeous, gorgeous bag. I hope you can see that. And the quality is just absolutely excellent. How do you feel about knockoffs? About fake designer bags? How do you feel about that? I know if you're a designer bag person, they are, it's just, you know, sacrilegious. It's sacrilegious for you to buy a knockoff. You wouldn't dream of buying a knockoff. It's just not your thing. I don't care. I got no issues with it whatsoever. I don't have the money for designer bags. And even when I had more money, I never spent them on designer bags because bags are not my thing. I know for lots of ladies they are. And it's almost like a hobby, and it's wonderful. So how do you feel about a knockoff? Would you buy one? Would you buy a knockoff? Would you buy a fake? Okay, so here's the skirt that I'm happy with. I'll go back and show you this vegan. We're talking vegan other than pleather these days. Well, pleather, vegan, it's just not leather. It's a pencil skirt I bought online for about $30. It's got a zip down the side. It is the most wonderful fit and great quality. I have scored with this skirt, because I think that for some of us, having a leather or vegan black pencil skirt in our wardrobe can be an essential. I'm really, really happy with this skirt. It's got the little split up the back. It's a classic style. It's got some panels down the front. It's very simple. It's a very simple style skirt, but it fits beautifully and the quality's great. So I teamed it up with Nirvana. I'll just run through quickly a few of the garments that I bought that I'm happy with, and I'll style these up for you. So this blouse, I love this. Bit of a boho blouse with the lace bodice and the bell sleeve, a bell bit past 3/4, and it's gathered at the bodice. It has the shorter bodice at the front and the longer one at the back. And this is another white blouse. Yeah, I'm a white blouse lover. I just own quite a few, and I just love white blouses. This is see-through, and it is chiffon, and it's got those little dots on it. I forget what you call that. You know, there's little, it's in the fabric, like an embossed sort of look, and it's off the shoulder, and once again the bell sleeves. So this one I bought. I think this looks really cool on. It's a it's one shoulder. It's got a big whopping frill up the front. It's got one sleeve on it. So it's one shoulder, one sleeve. It's cotton. It's a bit big on me. It's quite big on me, but I love it. This little mustard blouse I'm not so thrilled with. It's off the shoulder. It's double frill. It's got a bell sleeve there, a ruffle sleeve. It's just the fabric crushes really, really easy. It's a lovely soft cotton, crinkle cotton, but it keeps crushing, and crinkle cotton doesn't usually crush, and it's very wide and very, it's very trapeze-like. Really like the color of this, rust. Gorgeous color. Off the shoulder, very tight elastic on that one. Poing, might just poing back in, but like the sleeves. Yeah, I like these bell sleeves quite obviously. They've got that boho theme to them, but I'm really crazy about this rust color on this one. And last is this little dress, a cotton dress that looks a little bit like a 1950s style. It's cotton and linen, and I really like it a lot. Sits on the waist, has shirring in the back, square neckline. It's very wide from here to here on me. I don't know if I'm going to just give it to the thrift stores or alter it, but I'll try it on for you, and you'll see that it's, unfortunately, it's almost like the bust was made for a whole size bigger than what the skirt is. 'Cause I forgot to show you this pleated skirt. It's maxi, beige color, pleated skirt made from some sort of gabardine fabric. It's not satin or sateen. And I thought while I'm styling garments up, I'd show you how I could wear this vegan pencil skirt in a really casual style with a long grey cardi and sneakers. I know some of you said you don't like the sneaker look with skirts and dresses. I get that, each to their own. But I thought this is very cash, this look. But if you didn't want the sneakers, of course, you could put something else on, and I might put on an ankle boot with this. So here I am with ankle boots. Swapped over the sneakers, swapped over the black and white Adidas for a pair of ankle boots. I'm really on the hunt for some new black boots, trying to find the perfect pair. I own about 5 pairs, and I don't really like any of them. So I've got Sarita's bag here. So yeah, if you didn't like the sneakers, but yeah, think about wearing a cardi with something classic like this, with a classic vegan pencil skirt. Oh, I do love my long cardis. If I wanted to be a little bit more dressy, I've got my cute little retro camisole, knitted camisole, black and white. I just love black and white. It's always right. It is always right. So yeah, so there's a bit of a dressy look for you. Look, honestly, I could do a whole separate video on how to wear these pleather or vegan or leather, if you've got leather, pencil skirts, how to style them up, because they are a bit of a wardrobe essential, or a staple at least. I think they are. For evening, I thought I'd keep this pleated beige skirt monochromatic, because this type of skirt could look a little bit matronly, a little bit drab, a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to say old lady-ish, but yeah, I could look quite conservative and a little bit drab in it if I didn't mix a little bit of excitement back into it, wearing something like this sequin tank, which is made from a chamois fabric. So I thought I'd keep it monochromatic and throw a bit of gold in there for evening. You can wear this for the day you want to. There's no rules about that. much for watching today. Have a great day.